And so, the journey to awesomeness begins. So yeah, hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to the final part of the Coiler art stream. So yeah, that's just a little trailer that I showed you of the journey to awesomeness, which you can watch on my main channel, Doodle Notes Productions. So yeah, I guess I'm not gonna try and wait for anyone else to arrive today, I guess. I'm just gonna get started and then upload it later. But yeah, we're in the final part of the Coiler art process, and for this one, for the final process, I'm going to be doing it in GIMP. The version would be version 2.10.20 revision 1. But yeah, we're going to be using GIMP for this final part of the art stream because there are some effects on GIMP, especially blur effects, that I wanted to use for this artwork. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we're going to be working on these things. Yeah, I'm just gonna I saved the different layers that I did in Kurita. So I do hope everything's fine in this stream. But yeah, I saved some layers, the cave layer, the spinners layer, the spinner cage, there's the Gregor, Marith, and everyone else's layer, all as a PNG image file with a transparent background, so I can just put them on top of each other. So I started with the bottommost layer, so that when I drag and drop it in, actually if I select this, all of this, and I drag and drop it in GIMP, it should be, so I'm just gonna keep those. It should put each of the layers on top of each other. Oh no, cancel this, I guess. Okay, I guess that doesn't work because it ended up opening each of the layers by itself on its own window. So yeah, no, that's just no, and no. But we're gonna keep the cage, because I mean the cave layer, and I'm gonna deselect it here and then drag and drop the rest. So this time it should work. Yeah, it's working now. Now they're all, so I have this prompt going popping out every time I for each layer, probably because of the color profile, which I'm going to keep. So I'll keep that, keep this, and this should be the last one. Keep. So all of them on top of each other now, layers on the proper order. So this is how it looks, our artwork that came out of Kurita. I actually disabled some layers because I decided I'll add it here. Excuse me. So yeah, I think I've shaded everyone already and added the details that needs to be added, like, you know, the veins on the underlanders here. And Marith, since he's far away, I did not add too many details on him. So yeah, I guess we can just go with this. And now let's keep going. So I'm gonna go on top of the spinner cage layer. I'm gonna add a layer on top above that, and I'm gonna call it mist. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a gradient tool, and then I'm gonna go back up and just go with FG to transparent, which means foreground to transparent. I'm gonna switch this to a white foreground, and I'm just gonna, actually I'll need to do the FG to VG. Guess I'll go with custom. And now let's just do that, but I'll need to not reverse it, or reverse it rather, and just from the center of the spinner web cage here, and go with that. So I guess I'm going to have to go with RGB, FG to RG, FG to PG RGB. Let's do that again. I'm gonna enter that. I'm gonna set that to overlay. So I'm just gonna be slow for now. We're gonna spend most of the morning just really finishing this. Well, morning for me. Yeah, I added that. I probably need to add another one, but first I'm going to add that bloom from the light here. Actually, I'll actually need to add more. Yeah, there's an issue with the Vicus Solvet layer, so I'm going to have to open Karita because I think I forgot to turn off the sketch layer, because there's a line here from the sketch which is not supposed to be there. So I'm just gonna open Karita. Karita's like splash screen is on the other screen, on the other monitor. So I'm just gonna wait for it to open. I'm gonna turn off the sketch layer of Vicus and Solvet. So there's Karita now. I'm gonna open the Coiler. And yeah, this is taking a while because the Coiler, you know, project file here in Karita has become pretty heavy. It's come heavy. So it looks like this in Karita because I have some layers that I did not include rendering turned on. So I'm just gonna go and I think, yeah, sketch layer is turned on for Solvet. So I'm gonna select, I'm gonna isolate this layer again. I'm gonna file, export. I'm gonna go to the folder where I saved all the layers. I'm gonna change this to PNG. Go to Solvet Vicus and just save this. Save it over that one. So now that that's saved, I'm gonna disable isolate layer again, and I'm gonna close this. Oh yeah, one thing that I also did not include is the spinner's shadow. It should be on top here. I'm gonna set this to overlay. I'm gonna make this blurred. So I've got Gaussian blur, probably about 70. 70 is too much. So Gaussian blur in GIMP I think is much lighter, or not computer intent. You know, it's the computer can bear it. Yeah, I'm just gonna add back the the see through the, like, you know, the spiders. You can see through it. You know, you can see the spider through the web, and it's gonna look like kind of like this. Probably about 35, because I don't want the spider web cage to be too opaque. So I guess 40% will do for this, and I think I'm gonna keep it to 100% in opacity for now, or maybe just lower that a bit. And also, I should save this one. So I'm gonna go to the underline project, pictures, current. I'll save it in XCF, I guess, or not. Let's save it in raw. The Coiler. I'm gonna save it here. Call it the Coiler. And save that, not cancel. So yeah, the usual people who watches the stream are not here yet. Probably they'll be there soon. Or probably they're gonna miss the final part. But still, I'm gonna keep going with this. Maybe you guys can watch it. Mind Buddy, you know, the usual guys who watch the stream. Maybe you'll see this later on if you missed the, you missed the live stream. But yeah, I've re-added the spinner. I'm gonna just rename this to a spinner. The shadow, spinner shadow. So we have the mist, we have the spinner shadow. Now I'm gonna add. So it. Oh yeah, I haven't added the soul of it. The newly saved. Oh, yeah, that tends to happen. I'm gonna select the cave, I guess. Select. Wait. Oh, it didn't. So just dragging and dropping it there. Needs to be aligned with everyone. I'm gonna delete this layer. Let's just keep the names, you know, not having those extra stuff on it. For Sullivan Vicus at least. But yeah, now the lines here are gone. And we have a clean no sketch layer for Sullivan and Vicus. So on top of that layer, I'm gonna add the bloom layer. So I'm just gonna add a layer, call it bloom. And then I'm gonna grab the color of the lamp there. I'm gonna say okay that, and then I'm gonna go back to the gradient tool and the FG do transparent this time. And then from the center of yeah, the lamp will be the center, and then I'm just gonna grab it. I'll need to reverse this. Just grab it right there, because that makes like the lamp have that bloom effect. So I'm just gonna do that. Should I overlay this? Overlay has a nice effect. Excuse me. Soft light, maybe. Maybe I'll stick with soft light so it's not too extreme. Hard light will be so intense. Normal, I can probably use normal to just do this, but I kind of like the effect of the soft light here. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna save that. And one thing that I want to do for loops, I'm gonna duplicate this layer so that we have a saved backup here in case we make a mistake. I'm gonna unview that, and there's this one effect that I really wanted to do. This one, and it's in filters, blur, and the circular motion blur. That's what I want to do. I want to add that effect on, so the center of gravity, I guess, the center of their rotation should be right here, or I can just use this and pick like the center of their rotation. So yeah, this may take a while for Blender to, I mean for GIMP to like process. And here we go, MindBuddy's here. MindBuddy, welcome to the stream. This is the final part of the Coiler art stream, by the way. And yeah, I'm probably not gonna preview this because the stream may be suffering now. And there we go, an error popped up. So this circular motion blur is too much for our computer, I guess. Maybe not too much. I'm gonna try reducing the angle of the rotation, because now we have an error in the stream which might have made it suffer. Looks like the stream is stuttering, I guess, right now. Hey there, Fair Show. I'm sorry, I do not speak your language. I do not understand. I can try to Google translate it, but I may, you know Google Translate. I'm gonna Google Translate it just so I could respond to your. So Google translates your chat as do you also create animations. And yes, of course, I make animations. I make lots of stuff, regarding the world of art. Sometimes I make this 2D artworks, and yeah, most of the things that I do is animation actually, but mostly 3D animation, and I also stream some animation workflows. But for this month, I think, yeah, for this month I streamed my entry for hashtag TUPR challenge, which is this artwork, which I titled the Coiler, which is something that is, if you've read Gregor the Overlander, it's gonna be familiar for you. So yeah, can any of you guys who are here tell me if the stream is still fine? Because when I tried to apply the circular motion blur, it kind of ruined it. But anyways, I'm gonna apply that circular motion blur later. We're just gonna keep going with adding more post-processing stuff here. So there's the bloom. We have a mist that it's not really. This is not a mist. This is like a focus. More shading. Spinner web shade, I guess. And then I'm just gonna add some more atmosphere here. Probably on top of the Gregor layer. I'm gonna add mist 1. And then I'm going to get the gradient layer and probably get a bluish tint. I don't know. Should be a light color actually. Maybe this one will work. Tell you what, I'm gonna stick with a white color for the mist. And I'm just gonna drag. So I already set this to FG2 transparent and also radial as the shape. I'm just gonna do this. And probably soft light will work for this as well. Or maybe not. I'm just gonna add it as it's just gonna be screen, and I'm gonna reduce the opacity. Probably about 1. Yeah, 1. So the motion blurs, it's too much for the laptop to handle, and it ruins the stream. So yeah, for sure, I think Google Translate really did a good job translating. And yeah, I create animations. You can watch my animations on my main channel, by the way, Doodle Notes Productions. Just search it on YouTube. You should see it right away if you search this Doodle Notes Productions. Search that everywhere, and you'll see my animations. I post my finished animations on my main channel, Doodle Notes Productions. So if you wanna watch it, just head over there. And in this channel, I share how I make them. So yeah. I will also, and like I said, I'll probably be streaming some animation workflows soon, because I'm in the refinement stages of episode 1 of my current project, the Underland project. So yeah, I'm not sure if the stream is still fine. It still says that the stream health, the stream status is poor. I do hope that changes soon. So I guess what I'm gonna do with this layer right here is I'm gonna set it to overlay over the top of another Luxa layer, which is this one. I'm gonna reduce the opacity, not the opacity of the bottom layer, the opacity of this one at the top, probably about 20%. So there's a slight change there in the saturation, I guess, which is nice, I think. So now we have that. I'm going to blur Gregor. I'm gonna try using, so Gaussian blur is not too much. I'm gonna try using lens blur. Let's see if that affects the stream or anything. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna probably set this to 0.80. Let's see how that looks. Probably higher, maybe 1. So this is 1, 9, 8, 7. Probably like that. So how much is 0.7 again? No, maybe 7, 6, 5, 4. Let's try that. So I don't mind doing that to Gregor, I guess. But for the rest of the layers, no, actually for math, I'm also gonna blur this. So filter, reshow lens blur, and set this to about point 0.6. Say we have 0.6 there. And I can probably add like a light wrap on Luxa later. I probably need to like blur it more. I mean the Marath layer. Probably same as Gregor, 0.5. Still kind of clear. I mean, too clear. 0.6. Okay, not that. It should be 0.7. So this is difficult with Yimp. I'm gonna try 1 then. Yeah, 1 will do, I guess. And then I'm gonna reduce the saturation of that by adding the next mist. Mist 2. I'm gonna go back to gradient and just do this, I guess. Actually, I need to make the spinner web cage like the center of that mist. Maybe this will just gonna set that to 2. If I remove this, I don't think we need this mist 1 here, so I'm just gonna delete that. I'm gonna just make this mist 1. Hey man, buddy, don't do that to yourself, man. Regardless of how awful it might be, you should be proud with what you're going to achieve with that awesome artwork of yours. But yeah, since you missed the intro, this is going to be the final part of the Coiler art stream. So yeah, what I'm gonna be streaming next, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. So I'm just gonna set the opacity to 3 probably for the Henry layer. Well, just do that. And then I'm gonna add a bit of a lens blur for Henry here. Probably about 0.8 will work. Probably 0.5 as well. Because I don't want, kind of want it to be still clear. Maybe 0.5. Now 0.2. 0.3. 0.3. I'm gonna stick with 0.3 for Henry's blur. And I'm going to reduce Marath's like saturation because he's too saturated back there. I'm just gonna use the saturation effect, color effect, and that should do the trick. Just to make him not too saturated because he's in background there. Or maybe contrast is what I'm trying to. Brightness and contrast. Contrast is probably what I'm trying to. Or not. Yeah, it's definitely saturation. No, not you and saturation, just saturation. So I'm just gonna lose the intensity of the colors there. Because that roach is like really grabbing the attention of the eye. Just need to be like background characters there, just to fill in the back there. So I'm going to have to add something on top of Solid and Vicus for the lights. Maybe I'll add it on top of Luxa instead. I'm gonna add it on top of everything. The light. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna use for the light. If I'm gonna use gradient. I think I'm gonna use gradient. Maybe one of the flares here. Flare. I'm gonna try some different combinations here. Probably not that. Flare glow. Yeah, maybe this one. I'll just change the color. Oh wait, there's actually a way to change the color on the gradient menu there. So I'm just gonna try and grab this. Cancel that. What color am I changing? How do I change? Now this is going to be tricky because I don't know how I'm going to change. Oh, set the alpha to that. Tell you what, it's easier to change the color of this by, I'm just gonna cancel that. It's easier to change the color of that using the colorize. Effect. Probably reduce the lightness a bit. I guess that works, and then let's try and play with a different color modes here. Soft light. Will addition work for this? Yeah, I think addition works well. Just gonna have to reduce it though. I'm not sure about that. Might have to replace this actually with a different kind of gradient. Let's just try and I actually made them last night, probably morning for you guys, and I'm probably gonna still like work on those things, you know, change some of the emotes there. Yeah, I did it last night. For my side of the world, it was last night. So, what do you think? Is it cool? I still need to replace some of those. What do you think of the emotes on Discord? Maybe this will do the trick. Because I want this like lens flare thing to just... I'm gonna repeat colorize for this. Just add support to the whole thing, and I don't think it's doing it it's doing it right now. Just needs to support the whole composition. Not like... Yeah, I don't think it works. I'm just gonna... No. Set that to 100 again. Control A this here. I'm gonna delete that. So I'm going to try to do the circular motion blur again, and I do hope it won't affect the stream. So again, here I go, circular motion blur. I'm gonna get rid of the preview for now. I'm gonna select the center, so the rotation should be right about here, and I do hope that things will be fine. I'm gonna try setting this to 10. Maybe that'll work. cancel that because I did not select the right layer. So I'm gonna duplicate this layer again, duplicate that, and I'm gonna go filter, reshow motion blur, bring that back to 10, and then let's see. Oh boy, this is gonna ruin the stream. Hopefully not, hopefully not, hopefully not. Here we go. It's probably gonna start stuttering, guys. I'm not gonna talk because my talking might. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think the stream's at poor status now. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's even a mistake. It didn't rotate at the right center. Oh boy. The stream's really dead. Is it dead? It probably is. Oh no. Oh yeah, I guess if you see this, you'll know what I'm trying to like achieve here with the motion blur. So yeah, I think I'm gonna add the circular motion blur when I'm not streaming, so it doesn't ruin the stream. Because right now the stream is just stuck, I guess. Is it? Oh well. So yeah, I guess you can see what I'm trying to do here with the circular motion blur. But I need to like delete the motion blur on some parts just so we retain like the details. I'm mostly going to add that circular motion blur on like the edges. Like the edges of the bat here. Probably on that fur as well. Luke's face will have to be spared from this. And Luke's is mostly going to be blurred on the sword part. Yeah, that's right. That's right, my buddy. Yeah, I probably needed to like keep the motion blur on this side of the wing as well, just to get that nice. But yeah, I'm gonna redo the circular motion blur again later when I'm not recording, because that's just gonna ruin the stream. Anyways, I guess you'll kind of know what I'm trying to achieve here. I want to like blurify the sword because it's in motion as it slices through the web here. But yeah, most of the things, yeah, circular motion blur I'll add later, or maybe not add it. We'll see. So yeah, next I guess I'm gonna reduce the saturation of the spider as well. I need to duplicate that just in case I do not like the result. So filter, reshow saturation, and just reduce the saturation of this guy here. Is it even working? Why don't I see any changes on the saturation of this? Of that thing. So colors, again, let's do this, saturation. Nothing's happening. Because we didn't set the preview to on. That's why. Like I said, I'm a dum-dum. So I guess this saturation works. Desaturating it like that. And I probably need to also add a lens blur. So good thing lens blur is not too much of a struggle for the laptop. So I'm just gonna maybe set that to 5. So yeah, those emotes are actually from the artworks that I did for the Underland Chronicles. The results of TOP or the Underland project. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be changing some of the faces there. Excuse me. Just woke up. But anyways, let's keep going with this. Just 36 minutes and we're almost done. Yep. So yeah, the post-processing part's not gonna be that complicated and it won't take too much time. I'm also gonna duplicate this layer. Duplicate it one other time. I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna go filter, reshow lens blur. Maybe just set that to 10. I'm gonna unsee this for now. Let's try experimenting with the radius here. I'm gonna go 5 or probably 3. I'm gonna go with 3, just like the spider, for the blur of the spinner web cage. So this is the blurred. So I'm gonna add this and I'm gonna erase the center part there to retain the blurriness. And the blur I'm gonna delete right here on the on the area near Luxa. I mean erase. Oh, gonna have to do that again. So I'm just gonna erase right here. I'm probably going to also add a circular motion blur for the spinner web cage. Hey, it's not really dumb, mind buddy. Then again, dumb comments, it's not something that only you do. I do those a lot too, so yeah. So I guess we're good on this. And I also want to add zoom motion blur, but that's the same with circular motion blur. It really lags the laptop and ruins the stream. I think I'm gonna risk it just so I can show you. Risk it for the biscuit, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this layer again, the Luxa layer, and there's something I want to do that might be awesome. So I'm gonna go to filter, blur, zoom motion blur, get rid of this, get rid of preview, and then I'm gonna put the center probably right on the light. Blurring factor to about 0.5 maybe. Oh no, 0.5 is probably too much. So we're about to lose. I'm about to lose. You're about to lose me when I press OK. So I'll be right back when the computer or the stream goes back to being healthy again. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh, I don't think zoom motion blur is too much for the laptop. It's because I set the blur factor to a small number. Okay, this is not the zoom motion blur that I want. I'm gonna Control Z that. Or maybe it is. because the stream is, oh man. And I hope that you guys are going to understand the predicament. But yeah, here I am trying to do it again, but this time with a higher blurring factor. So guys, see you on the flip side. Here we go. So yeah, mind buddy, tell me if this stream suffers or something. Because right now, the zoom motion blur is probably suffering. Okay, I got the zoom motion blur that I want. But I'm not sure if the stream is still good. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But anyways, that's the zoom motion blur, and what I want to do with that is I'm gonna put it under Luxa here, and I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna try setting this to multiply first to see what it looks like. It's kind of like that God rays effect. I'm gonna colorize this, reduce the saturation probably so it's not colored. I'm gonna set the preview on. So as you can see, it adds that like God ray effect, I guess. But it's not too prominent this time. I'm gonna try overlay. Try different kinds of ways to do this. I'm gonna try colorize again. Colorize. Reduce the saturation. And probably enable saturation and then use a different color. Nah, I'm not sure about this though. Add lightness. Okay, so I'm gonna try and adding this for now. And probably reduce the opacity because it's probably not working for us. Okay, another thing I want to try, I guess, is this. I'm going to disable the Luxa layers and the light. I'm gonna add new from visible on top of all the Luxa layers. I'm gonna turn them all back on. Actually, I'm gonna delete this. Oh no, not delete. Yeah, delete this one, because I only need to turn off the light and Luxa, and then I'm gonna go add this on top of Luxa. New from visible. Turn on the light again, and then turn on Luxa again. So we can't see Luxa because, you know, we've created a new layer from what's visible a while ago. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna select the transparency, select alpha to selection. So it like selects this, you know, this whole layer of Luxa here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show that again. I'm gonna Control Shift I and delete. No. I'm not Control Shift I, but Control I. It's Control Shift I on Kurita to invert the selection. But for GIMP, it's just Control I. So I'm gonna delete that. So we're left with this visible layer that we have. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Control I again. I'm gonna go to Select. And I'm gonna shrink this to probably about 3 pixels, or maybe more. Shrink that again 5 more pixels, and then I'm gonna add a feathering to it. Feather by about 10 maybe. and then I'm gonna delete it because it kind of adds that light wrap thing, but I don't think we've feathered it enough. So let's go back and feather that again. So feather maybe about 50, I don't know. Let's see what we got. So now we have the light wrap added again. So yeah, for a fur effect, I kind of just used the tools that I showed you in the previous parts. Those are the stuff that I use, but I'm not sure if this is the best way to do fur. So I'm not the right guy to ask about that. Just search around on YouTube, I guess. I'm really sorry. I'm not really a 2D drawer expert, so I can't really give you like a proper answer to that. But yeah, most the tools that I've used on the Coiler art streams, there's some stuff. They're actually the tools that I learned from others on YouTube. So yeah, I guess you're gonna have to just experiment on the paint brushes that you have. So yeah, we have our light wrap here. Yeah, I guess that's my answer on that question. To experiment. On the stuff that you have there on your software. But for this one, I used, I showed you the brushes on the previous parts. See, what I'm trying to aim for Luxa here is just, she's more just a silhouette rather than something clear. I'm gonna try making this multiply. Colorize. I'm gonna colorize this layer. Probably use like a purplish color. Purplish blue color. Or I can even just use black. See, I'm just experimenting on different ways to like enhance this artwork that we have. I'm definitely gonna be doing some tweaking off camera or without recording. But yeah, I don't think this works. Maybe reduce the saturation and lightness. Hey, look at that! Who's that Pokemon? I'm just kidding. So yeah, I don't think this works. Maybe reduce like the effect of this God rays effect thingy. Maybe increase the overlay. So there's lots of stuff that I can do for this one. I might blur Solvet and Vicus. Let me just try that. I'm gonna duplicate this layer. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Oh no, not Gaussian blur. Lens blur. Probably just set it to about maybe 1. So it's not too clear and it's not too blurry as well. Oh man, so difficult to edit this part in GIMP sometimes. 0.75 probably. So Luxa should be the main subject here. Gonna try setting this back to normal. No, soft light really works well here. And I'm gonna get rid of the circular motion blur that we did. Doesn't look great. So yeah, probably gonna add like a motion blur, circular motion blur for the spinners as well, or the spiders. Gonna improve. I'm gonna try to increase the opacity of the spinner shadow here. And then I guess for the final coloring, I always do this. I'm gonna need to create a layer from what's visible. And I'm going to have to like, I'm gonna come back. I need to do something for a while.
And so, the journey to awesomeness begins.
So yeah, I'm back. Had to close the gate. But yeah, I always do this thing. I add like a new layer from a new layer from what's visible here, and then I set it to overlay. I usually do that, but the effect is always not that great. But just adds a bit more contrast to it. I even do like a Gaussian blur to add like a dream-like effect to it. Or even do some color grading. So I'm gonna do this colorize, something that I do to like grade the whole thing. This kind of sets the overall tone of the artwork. But yeah, it's something that I always do with my artworks. So I'm gonna set this to 100% for now, just so we see the intensity of the color. Probably reduce the lightness. And then play around with the different colors. So I'm not sure if I'm aiming for an orangey effect here. Or blue. But for now, orange kind of makes it look nice. So I'm gonna okay that. Reduce the opacity a bit. So this is it when it's added. So I really want to just focus the attention on Luxa. And how are we gonna do that? I probably need to add one more. Wait, does this light do anything? No, it doesn't, so I'm gonna put it down here and use that for, because I lost the, looks like I disabled it, or I don't know. So I'm just gonna, hey there Bronwyn Baker, welcome back. And we are on the final part of the Coiler art stream and just doing some finishing touches to it. I'm probably gonna be doing more off recording because there are effects that just really makes the laptop struggle. So I cannot apply the effect while live streaming, while recording, because it really, yeah, the laptop can't handle it. So yeah, just gonna add the light there. Overlaying it is good. Is it good? Yes, I think it's good. Maybe soft light. No, hard light. And then reduce the opacity, I guess. Or maybe use a different gradient effect. I set it to 0% again. I'm gonna use a different effect here. I mean, a different glare. Flare. Maybe flare. This flare glow again. Just do a little bit of it. Maybe. Maybe not that one. Let's try a different one. Yeah, maybe this will work. I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna colorize it. Colorize. Make it yellow. Yellowish. There we go. And then just reduce. Maybe overlay for it. I think hard light works. I'm gonna try addition. No, hard light works nicely. I'm just gotta reduce the opacity. Will hard light in this bloom be good? It kind of gives that intensity. Downside is that it Dodge? No. Oh boy, that's bad. Burn is probably worse. Soft light works for this bloom effect, I guess. Or maybe I should just set it to normal and reduce the opacity. Then change the color of it. Something more yellowish. So yeah, I might be streaming more every day, but we're gonna be doing something different after this one. Maybe I'll stream some of the refining animations of episode 1. We'll see what the future holds. So I'm gonna do this. So it's not really the color that I want. It's not happening here. Okay, I'm going to make the blue more, bigger. Yeah, that's right. They're holding this on. So your chat is probably, the stream is probably so late. So when you chat, I'm probably like my answer would be so late. Yeah, that's the thing about artworks, I guess. One tiny lamp can become the sun. But we're kind of getting that effect that I'm trying to achieve here, where the rest is kind of like blown out, and Luke's it's like just a silhouette or something, but not too much of a silhouette. Okay, I think we're getting there. I'm gonna try another one. Call this color grade, I guess. Color grade. And one thing, so I'm using a lot of gradients here, which could cause banding. I don't know, man. I'm mostly just doing this based. Just most of it is just artistic, like choices. The technical side is probably gonna ruin stuff for me, but I'm gonna do that overlay. As you can see, there's that really hot feel to it, which I don't want to. That's not what I want. So it's the. I don't think this God Ray effect is contributing a lot to this. I'm gonna try different colors. Maybe making it the shadow will work for this. Making it all black. Increasing the intensity. Probably setting it to hard light. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to get rid of the light wrap for this to work. Or maybe make the light wrap shadowy as well. Okay, what just happened? Oh, it didn't set it to visible. So reshow, colorize. I'm gonna try setting this to like a black color. Hey, I think we're getting it. Maybe. Not sure. Maybe I'll put it on top of everything. Do that, and then I'm going to erase the parts that's covering Luke's Aurora here. Erase. It's probably too much. Can I use the brush for this? Set the size bigger. No, not that one. Set the size bigger again. Just do this. I'm gonna reduce the intensity of that later. Till we get that silhouette effect I'm trying to achieve here. Hey, Mind Buddy, I've read your chat probably too late. So yeah, son of the, well, it's probably daughter of the sun now, if we're considering Luxa. So this part of the wing should be covered by the should have, like, that part of the wing should be shadowy, and I'm gonna reduce the opacity of the. See, I think this one kinda does it, I guess. Maybe just set it a little bit. So at this part, we're just gonna experimenting on a lot of things just to get that look that we're trying to achieve. And then the bloom. Let's see how much we can reduce it to not make it too powerful. So yeah, the circular motion blur, I'm gonna be adding that later, because I really want that blur on the sword there. So Bronwyn Baker is the one who, did I say Mind Buddy? Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, I'm gonna duplicate this, and then I'm gonna add a motion blur. I'm gonna try something. Probably just let it stay below there. So I've duplicated the Luxa layer, and I'm gonna try adding a motion blur, a linear motion blur. That's probably gonna ruin the stream again. Let's hope not. But I'm going to try a linear motion blur. I'm gonna try adding a linear motion blur for the sword here. See how it looks like. Or maybe not. Maybe not. What I'm gonna do, actually, is I'm gonna use the smudge tool. Where's that smudge tool? Should be here somewhere. There it is. I'm gonna use this smudge tool to like add that. There we go. I think this works way better than circular motion blur. The only downside to it is it's the banding that it does. There's a lot of banding. So there we go. I think that works well. Probably need to add a blur to it. So just smudging it up right here. I guess to reduce the... just to simulate the motion of the sword going that ways. That she's moving so fast. So I'm using mouse. Probably gonna do the same thing on the wings of Aurora here. Just not too much. Just a little bit. So smudging it is way better than circular motion blur. Because circular motion blur ruins the stream. That's probably the only reason why. Although circular motion blur makes this process faster. This way though, I can like customize it more. Just to simulate. Wait. Like moving in rotating in a counterclockwise rotation, so. So let's see. Let's keep going with the smudging of the... Probably gonna reduce the strength of that later, or the opacity, just so it doesn't... I'm gonna try overlaying it. Try many different color modes here till we get like what we want. I don't think I like how it looks right on the wings there, so I guess I'm gonna get rid of that and emphasize the motion more on the sword area. So yeah, I think I could call this part. At this point I could call it done. But later when I look at this again, I might want to do more work and see more errors on this. But yeah, looks like Mind Body will not be back for a while. So he's not gonna reach the end, I guess. I mean, I said Mind Buddy again. It's Branwen Baker said it. It's because Mind Buddy's always there on the Coiler streams. I've been watching Viva La Dirt League's videos, so you know. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? I can't do that accent. Anyways, I think at this point I could call this done. But like I said, a lot of things could still... Man. But yeah, one of the things about artworks is that it's never really finished, but you just have to get it done. Yeah, my mind is not really that I don't know. It's not too organized right now because I'm trying to. I think this is looking great. Wait, that's control. No, not control tab. What did I just do? Controls. What did I just do? I did something. Control Z. What did I just do? Never mind. It doesn't seem to have affected our artwork here. So I guess setting the spinner shadow to 100% doesn't affect it, and I'm going to try and make probably use curves for the spiders here. Probably make them darker. Because you cannot see them there anymore. I'm gonna try colorizing it, I guess. Setting it to black. Will it work? Yeah, I think that works. Or not. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. But I do want to smudge the bloods here. Yeah, I'm gonna smudge the blood area of the spinner. Probably smudge the whole spinner. Spinner layer. So they're not too obvious anymore. Now I can go back into making this. I'm gonna go colorize again, making this black. Like so. And I'm gonna turn on this. I'm gonna set this to overlay over the top of our original spinner layer. Probably erase the parts right around the eyes so we can still see like the spinner's face here just a little bit. It's not gonna be clear. So yeah, I guess we're done here. I think I'm gonna call it done. One of the things we can do is I'm gonna go add new from visible again, which creates like a copy of, it puts everything in one layer. So I'm just gonna call this, yeah, just leave that name, visible 2, and then I'm gonna go to the curves. So I'm not sure how to. Oh yeah, tab. Okay, tab. That's what I want to do because we just want to focus on our artwork here. I'm gonna place it there. Color, curves again. Let's put the curves here. Let's just. Hey, Bronwyn Baker, you are not Mind Buddy. Keep saying Mind Buddy when you chat. So I'm just gonna like do more color grading stuff here. Let's see what else we can do just to enhance the entire look of this thing. Probably not make it too saturated because that's gonna. How do I get rid of this? Okay, like that. Just flick it away, I guess. And then I'm going to reduce the redness of this. We're gonna go to the red channel. Just kind of reduce the redness, I guess. Because it's too red now. And it hurts the eyes. So I'm just gonna experiment on some color grades here. On the curves here. So usually if I put this, maybe nah, it's fine, keep commenting, my buddy. It only means that you're always there on the streams. That's why I kind of like always mention you. Which is fine, there's nothing wrong about it, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry to Bronwyn Baker for mistaking you for mine, buddy, though. All of you guys, I appreciate you being here on the stream. There's only a few of you who's watching regularly, and I really appreciate that. And I do hope that on my future streams, you know, you'd be back and keep on watching. So that's an interesting effect. I think this is a keeper. So this is the one without the curves, and this is the one to kind of just, I don't know. It looks nice. Kind of like it. What do you guys think? There's Luke's. I'm gonna okay this. I'm probably gonna be tweaking a lot later, but for now, what else can we do? I don't think I don't want to do too much, because yeah, I'm gonna be tweaking some of this for the final product, which I will be publishing on my art accounts, on my ArtStation, Divine Art, and Tumblr as well, just everywhere. Everywhere you can share my artwork. But yeah, I think we're done here. Settle with this. This is this. Looks nice here if it's zoom in just right to her. Looks nice. Yeah, this is the Coiler. Probably a lot of stuff that can be done here. Yeah. Thanks, Bronwyn Baker. If you think it's awesome, then maybe I'm gonna stick with it. So this is see, I'm trying to understand what Bronwyn Baker is saying here. It's going to come late, and then you will think that it's fine. I'm not sure what you meant about the other thing, Bronwyn Baker. My mind is also not processing it, probably because I think I kind of spent all of my thinking processing skills in just trying to create this artwork here. But yeah, this looks nice. Man, I really do need to. Okay, so for some reason, I probably need to blur. Tell you what, I need to blur more Henry, because it seems like Henry is not blurred enough. Yeah, Blender is not blurred enough. It's too clear there. I'm gonna add a blur, lens blur. Probably just set this to about 5, or maybe 2. 1.5. 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 will work for Henry. Now we're gonna add the new layer from visible. No, new layer from visible again, and all we have to do is just go to last use, and we should be good. So I think we're done here. I still need to do probably some more stuff off while not recording it. We're not live streaming it. But I think we're done with the Coiler artwork. So, what's your verdict, guys? And certainly not the best artwork out there, but does look nice, right? So I'm assuming most of you here, or all of you who's watching, already read the book. So I guess I'm just gonna show you the kind of the style that I'm trying to achieve here. I'm gonna show you that artwork. So yeah, this I'm trying to like keep my style consistent to how I did it on the previous artwork, how I did this one right here. So that's gonna take a while to load up. So I'm trying to keep the consistent of my artworks for TUP. I'm trying to keep my artworks in TUP consistent to how it looks on the previous one. So yeah, this is not bad, right? I mean, I did the fur way better here than the previous ones, but yeah, this is the awful scene. And he didn't even draw it right because Gregor was supposed to be still riding on Ares while this whole thing is happening. Hopefully I'm not spoiling stuff here for some guys who haven't read the book yet. But yeah, this happens. This awful scene happens, and I'm not gonna say more about it. Just look at it and interpret it the way you want if you haven't read the book yet. And if you have, then I don't know what kind of effect this scene, this whole thing is going to have for you. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my art consistent to how I did it on this one. But I think, yeah, I think I did the shading and everything with this one way better than the ones right here. Yeah, that scene is so sad. But I reread the book during that time and kind of want to draw that part though, for some reason. And that's what came out. And right now, this is the Coiler. So yeah, I think we're done here. I don't plan on adding more. I probably need to like do more shadows for Lux's fur here. I mean, Aurora's fur. But I think I'm gonna leave it like that as well. I think it's fine for you to spoil in this stream, Bronwyn Bigger, because I think only you and Mindbody are watching right now. It says that there are 3 concurrent viewers, but I think YouTube always adds 1 viewer. I don't know. But whoever you are, the 3rd person, say something, will ya? And I do hope that the book wasn't spoiled to you by showing that artwork. But yeah, I'm going to save this because I guess this is a keeper. One last thing I'm going to add, I guess, is a vignette. So let's do that. I'm gonna add a vignette, and it looks like caps lock is on. So one last thing I'm going to add is a vignette. I'm gonna use a brush for this. I'm gonna use one of the brushes that GIMP has here. So one thing about GIMP, oh, okay, looks like it's fixed now. So I'm gonna make that black, and I'm just gonna add the vignette. Probably also add some noise. We'll see. Gonna add more size here. Gonna add this vignette here. I'm going to have to blur this. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Increase the size. So I need that vignette there. Probably overlay. Just to kind of darken more of the sides. To add more emphasis to the center. So yeah. So, Mind Buddy's got a question here. During the books, was I the only one who thought that one of the Underlanders would come up to the surface? No, you're not, Mind Buddy. I also thought that too. I actually really want to see Luxa coming up. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I have a book 6 in my mind, by the way. I have my own story of what happened next. I'm not sharing it yet. But yeah, of course it involves another prophecy. It's probably just a short story or something, but yeah. I guess the one thing that I can share about it is that the sixth book that I have in my mind involves the very first prophecy. The first prophecy being the first prophecy of Bartholomew that states that the world is coming to an end, and I think that's what's gonna happen in book 6. In my mind, that world end event is going to happen in book 6. I guess. I think that's my idea in book 6. Kind of like an apocalypse thing. I even want to make it I even want to make it connected to Hunger Games, because that world-ending event kind of caused the creation of the 12 districts or something, or capital. And Gregor ended up staying in the Underland forever, bringing with him a few more, bringing with him other overlanders, saving humanity, saving the rest of humanity below the Earth's surface, which is what Bartholomew Sandwich prophesied. That's why it's going to be Gregor and the first prophecy. It's the only other prophecy that mentions the warrior. So yeah, that's kind of like the premise of it all. That's like my book 6 that I'm keeping in my mind. The one thing, kind of making it canon inside my mind. But yeah, we're done here. It is great. Looks good. I don't think I need to do more with it. This is a keeper, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna export this, and if you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna end the stream. So I'm gonna go put this on the artworks, the collection of artworks that we have here. I'm gonna save a PNG file and also a JPEG file. So I'm gonna export this as a PNG. That's gonna take a while. But yeah, for the book 6 thingy, I think instead of Luxa going up, it's gonna be Gregor going down, staying in the Underland forever, because the world is going to end, and there's nothing's gonna be left on the surface. So yeah, Bronwyn Baker, if you're not part of the Discord community yet, the Underland Discord community, I really suggest that you visit there or something, or join in there. So there's a bunch of people who's doing. I mean, there's in the server. There's a roleplay thing happening. Maybe you can participate on that. I haven't participated, but yeah. Oh, what just happened? Did I just export it again to a PNG? I need to... Oh no. So yeah, just visit the Discord community, I guess. The Underland Discord and the TUC Time Discord community. There's actually a lot of TUC fans out there, but just like the books, they are not that known. That could be possible, Mind Buddy. They're there's a world war happening suddenly. mean, there's a world war happening. That's actually what's on my mind, which then would connect it to the Hunger Games. What Discord server did you join, Bronwyn Baker? Is it the TUC Time, the Underland Discord community, or the Underland Project Discord community? Because the Underland Project is my Discord community for the Underland Project specifically. And yeah, just post some updates on the Underland Project there. If you want the Underland Chronicles community, you can choose between TUC Time and the Underland. And I think I can give you the link here in the chat. So I'm gonna save this as a JPEG as well. Artworks, JPEG. Just change this to JPG. And that is a mistake. Come on. And export this as a JPEG. The Coiler JPEG. And then we're good. And then so yeah, I'm just gonna give you like an invite on the Discord server today. So at TUC Time, there's actually a bunch of chat rooms that you can probably chat on. Yeah, I don't think TUC Time has that much of a... I mean, just go to general chat if you wanna... Yeah, the TUC Time doesn't have a locked chat rooms or whatever it's called. The Underland. Wait, did I? What link did I give you? I gave you the Underland, right? Yeah, the Underland also doesn't have a locked room. The Underland project is the one that is locked. You don't. You have to go to discussion if you wanna like share stuff or talk about stuff. And there are locked chat rooms for the Underland project because they're like reserved for my KoFi supporters. So yeah, did I send you the right link though? Yes, I sent you the right link. Okay. So yeah. Also, mind buddy, I appreciate you chatting there on the Underland Project Discord server. It's not much activity there, but maybe when episode 1 is released, you know, a bunch more people will come and be more interested with the project. But we'll see. But yeah, this is the Coiler artwork. It's done. Yeah, there's actually the creator of the Underland kind of made named the room based on like the Underland Chronicles. So the laundry room is like just this like a chat, like I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's just a way for for newcomers to be welcomed. But you don't really chat there. You go to the arena to talk about general stuff. You know, even if it's not the Underland Chronicles, you go to the arena. Then you go to the Overland to talk about Underland Chronicles stuff. The Bad Mushrooms room. Maybe I should show this to you. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. Yeah, the laundry room is just to welcome, and just to have this message that welcomes people. Regalian laws. This is the rules of the server. Prophecy room is announcements. It's got the description there. The arena, where you talk about anything, general discussion about the Undergrounders or the server or anything. The Overland is... Oh, yeah, the arena is the one that's for TUC. And the Overland is it's Overland stuff. Off-topic discussion. But Bad Mushrooms are for memes, I guess. Palace Walls are for fan arts. And the rest, I don't know. Overland creatures are like pets that you have if you want to share. Regalian notice board, it's just, you know, if you want to advertise something. Overland news, you can't chat here as well, because it's just some news of, you know, it's Mikkel who's like the admin here. But yeah, these are just chat rooms that are Mikkel customized, I guess, for different purposes. And if you wanna like join the roleplay, there's the roleplay category here. Where you're gonna have to chat on the roleplay chat if you want to join. Check out the roleplay rules for the rules, I guess, and everything else. Just ask Mickle, ping Mickle about it. He's gonna tell you stuff about the server. But yeah, TUC time is just a chill server, I guess. For I think it's Andelian who's like the admin here. But yeah, TUC time is more like just a chill server, I guess. And the Underland project, that's mine. So yeah, that's just it. Hey, Mind Buddy, I'm gonna thank you in advance for that. Yeah, I'm gonna thank you in advance for that. I'm so bad at saying thank yous, and you're definitely gonna be mentioned in Doodle Logs. And even if you like give like a one-time support, you're gonna have access to the VIP chats on the Discord server. So yeah, once you do that, just there's a post in my KoFi page about the passwords. Actually, you don't need that because you don't need to do that because I already know who you are. So I can just, once you've done that, I can just make you a VIP. Yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, just spend some time on the community, and if you have artworks, share them. There's actually also a Reddit for the Underland Chronicles, and it's not that active, but just search the internet for everything the Underland Chronicles. I mean, it probably varies wherever you are, but I'm gonna try searching for the Underland Chronicles here, and any of those will come out. I'm gonna search for the Underland Project, and of course my stuff will come out. So yeah, I guess that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys staying here and chatting during the live stream. And yeah, this is the final part of the Coiler art stream. Thanks to Mind Buddy, to you, Bronwyn Baker, and to others who's like there during the whole process of creating this artwork. But yeah, this is our final piece, and I think it's great. So yeah, thank you so much again. And yeah, if you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes for your replies. And if you don't have any more replies, I'm just gonna close it. But yeah, this is final part, and we'll see what will be the next stuff that I'm gonna streaming soon. But yeah, I'm planning to stream every day if I can. And the next stream, we'll see what comes to mind. But for now, oh yeah, the next stream, which is gonna be next month, is the Underland Fandom Week. I'm gonna do some artworks for that week. So yeah, I guess that's all. If you don't have any more stuff to say or to ask, I'm going to end the stream now. Actually, one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna go to the artworks folder, and I'm gonna set this as my background. Set as this background. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, so that you can see it in full screen as well. Wait. I'm gonna remove the. So yeah, you can see it in full screen now. The artwork. So yeah, goodbye guys. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, I gotta go do some refinements on episode 1's animation.